We don't have an issue with what you like.
Right? We don't. I don't.
One of our issues, particularly for straight Black women, is that there's not a lot of y'all to choose.
Right.
They're going to keep continuously paint this narrative that there's not a lot of suitable Black men out there. However, they don't give any examples of what they're referring to. This is the common narrative that I see on social media from Black women.
I almost ran up.
I hate to say it, I hope it don't sound ridiculous, but the numbers quite literally don't lie.
So they said the numbers don't lie. What numbers?
A Black woman being one of the most educated groups.
There it is again.
Groups. It is difficult for us to find counterparts. Right. And the counterparts we do have, they got their pick of the litter.
Yes, they do.
Ooh. And now we already have to compete with one another in a way that is, unfortunately, it makes it difficult to be community oriented when we, because of scarcity mindset.
She just actually described what you guys have taught me in these spaces, the 80-20 rule, the 80% of women shooting for the top 20% of men. In the Black community, she just explained it. She said, now we got to compete against each other. Yes. If all of you guys are going after the top 20% of Black men, then yes, there will be some competition.
Here's what I would do. I would do it with a woman like you. You're in Florida, right?
I am.
Take you and all your friends that you think are on your level. All right. And I take one or two men and maybe 8 of you guys. And I put those 2 men who are marriage minded looking for wives at that time. And I throw a pencil in. I throw a pencil, a stick, and a knife. And I say, fight. What you going to do? Your best friend, your bestie, your sorority sister, your girl, your junior league. What you going to do?
Hunger Games, stab another woman is what you're saying? Or not literally, but like fight her down to get that man?
And I have these 2 men who are ready to go, and every minute of the lead attorney's life is from his billable hours. You wasted 15 minutes of this high value man's time, not wanting to offend your friend. You're wasting all this time, and then eventually what I'll do is I'll put a wall where you are, and then I'll push a button, the wall will drop from where you are, and then here come in the white women. And I'll, in the same pencil, the stick, and the knife will be where the white women, and say, here are the 2 men, 8 white women. Guarantee you, you would see Hunger Games.
They would fight, yeah, absolutely.
Right. You're supposed to be ready to compete for what it is you want. See, if I said there's a partner position, or if I had said that there is some status or that you and all your sorority sisters and girls wanted, you guys would fight for that because you deem it more valuable. That's what that example shows us. Our women don't even feel that we're valuable enough to offend one another for, much less fight.
The only people that talk like Mr. How Kevin has just expressed himself, and it was again at an earlier time in my life, are like, and not to be like classist, but my hood cousins talk like that. My hood younger female cousins would be like, you have to fight for your man, you have to fight and get him. Mm-hmm. They were talking like that from day one. And again, I was taught, and again, that's no excuse. That's like, whoa, that's like, not cool, low class, whatever. But yeah, they were very in tune with that. And they were very in tune with their being this war, this competition. But again, we're not, yes, go ahead.
Well, see, so I'm gonna use my Uno reverse card now. I don't buy that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because all I have to do to get a different outcome is change the 2 men. I bring in 2 white men, Italian men, and have 8 black women in there. Automatically, they look at those men and know. Stick, knife, they know. What do you start to see? They start smiling. Posture stands up. They're not looking to see what's going on. They're looking to see who's moving toward the stick. They're flipping their hair. Black women know non-black man, he ain't gonna put up with this bull crap. He has to be competed for. But you know what? If I get Prince Henry, or if I get the dude from Red, if I get him, I get extra points. Especially if he's a man of value. Oh man. So no. And the funny thing is, Black women, you want to know what to do for black men? Do for black men what you would do for a white man, and that would be just fine.
Right.
But it seems like they're not willing to do that. She's speaking for black women saying, hey, now we got to compete. That may be too much.
But then when we see you turning the other way and you do it because, and your answer is always because, and I'm not talking about everybody, but for those of you who say your answer is because you dislike this, that, and the other about black women, it just opens up the whole conversation about beauty standards and privilege. And even you mentioned the white hair, these things that feel exotic.
Preference, right? So if I'm a black woman who desires to date a man who has a certain faith that he practices, that's in line with mine, that makes a certain amount of money.
Now you'll go there.
This was the 2024 annual salary for black men in the United States, $1,002 per week, $52,104 per year. Black women, $922 per week, $47,944 per year. In regards to not being enough suitable black men, I assume that she was talking about income. Black men make more than black women. Actually, that $52,000 mark puts black men in the middle class. This Black Millionaires report, look how they worded this, guys. 57% of black men reach the middle class or higher as adults, an increase from 38% in 1960. And then they put, findings show marital status is a major factor as 70% of married black men are in the middle class. So they tried to spin it to make it seem like the only way that black men can be in the middle class is if they're married. And then there were black women in the comments saying, yeah, y'all in the middle class because y'all using our money to get there. No, the attempt to diminish black men's accomplishments, the black community believes that the only way black men can reach the middle class is if/when they combine their income with black women's income via marriage. Middle class households earn 2/3 and twice the local median income. According to Pew Research Center's definition, nationally, the middle class spans incomes from $51,000 to $155,000. At the end of 2024, the average black man earned $52,000. And that puts us right in the middle class, and black women earn $47,000. Granted, it's at the lower tier, but black men tend to land in the middle class, earnings-wise, okay? And that was a full report from 2024. If you look at the bottom there, it's you can get it from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. January 2025 was when it was released. And also something the black community needs to be aware of. In 2024, in the fourth quarter median annual earnings report, your black men actually made more than white women in the fourth quarter of 2024. Black men out-earned white women for the fourth quarter in 2024. Asian men, and this is just me approximating, if Asian men made $1,684, then they would make $87,000. I was just doing an approximate. Black men would have made $58,000 if they made $1,118 weekly for the whole year. And then black women, this is something black women need to be aware of. Black women earn less than Hispanic men for the fourth quarter in 2024. Typically, black women out-earn Hispanic men for the year, okay? Black women came in 7th, and this is for the fourth quarter. I'm saying that a bunch of times so you won't get it misconstrued. And this is what it looks like for the full year. This is from 2024. As you see, Asian men killing it, 89,000. Asian women actually out-earn everybody else outside of their male counterparts. $70,000 per year. White men, $66,000 per year. White women earned $55,000 per year. Remember, the other report was from the fourth quarter. This is for the whole year. Black men came in right behind them at a little bit less than 3,000 behind black, or a little bit more than 3,000 behind white women. Came in 5th. Hispanic men actually out-earned black women for the whole year in 2024. So these are the things that black women need to be aware of. So I know we tend to look at the incomes, but in the Hispanic community, they're actually married at a significantly higher rate than black people. and their household income is more than Black people because they're married at a higher rate. So if you combine Black men and Black women's income and we got married at a higher rate, we would actually be out earning Hispanic households. However, we don't work together. We having these conversations. It leaves us here. Make sense? So how can we typically out earn Hispanic men and Hispanic women, but our household earnings is less than theirs? It's because of marriage, okay? And dumbass 50-50 conversations when everybody uses. So there you go. Trying to help the Black community out, man. And these were the usual earnings of wage for the first quarter 2025. For full-time workers, approximate annual salary 2024 for the first quarter. Black men are on a pace to earn $60,000 for the year. Black women are actually on pace to earn $52,000 for the year if everything continues like it is. However, another win for Black women is you guys actually out-earn Black men when you work part-time. So first quarter earnings for 2025, Black women earned $19,000 in comparison to Black men's $15,000. And this is for part-time workers. So that's another win for Black women. However, white women who work part-time earn more than white men. Relax, Black women, because I know that was the next narrative. It's like, oh yeah, we out-earn Black men part-time, but white women out-earn white men part-time as well. Okay? So yeah, so there's a win. Congratulations. And if you guys are waiting for the second quarter report, I got you. This is the date you're looking for. July 3rd is when the second quarter report will be released. And this is from blackdemographics.com. They got this information. I believe this is from 2021. It needs to be updated. However, I'll use this as an example. So, Black women, another win for you guys. From $1 to $49,999 annual earnings. Black women, you actually out-earn Black men. However, it shifts when you get to $50,000, okay? Black men out-earn Black women $50,000 to $64,000. From $65,000 to $99,000, Black men out-earn Black women. And then from $100,000 or more, Black men out-earn Black women. $926,000 to $721,000. And again, this is for full-time workers ages 16 and older. From 2021, the American Community Survey 1 year estimates. I want you to do the research for yourself. Okay?